Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thanks for the opportunity from our lecture to give me a chance to make some video. Okay, the point of this video is explain about two factor the influence the acquisition in pronunciation skill are. There is two factors that influence the acquisition in pronunciation skill. There is 2 point. There is two factor or point. The first is the learner, and the second is the role of native language. The first is the learner, whereas the learner is have some kind. There's like age, exposure to target language, among the type of prior pronunciation instruction, attitude, and motivation. Okay, the first is talking about the age. Maybe we can know that the age is something like from ourselves, and the second is exposure to target language, whereas the teacher is the key. The teacher is the key of the exposure to target language, whereas the teacher is the key. Whereas the teacher have a big responsibility, whereas the teacher is have a big responsibility. Okay, the third is there is among the type of prior pronunciation instruction, whereas explanation is where the teacher is stand to correct the pronunciation, where they stand to correct the pronunciation, phonemic ability. Okay, there is last is attitude and motivation, where it is talking about the phonemic ability. The first is the phonemic ability. The second is the capacity of discriminate accurate grammatical ability to analyze. The third is a language learning ability, the capacity to pick up English from expose, and the last is a memory, whereas the focus is the grammatical pronunciation spelling of a word. Okay, the second factor there is about the role of the native language, whereas the explanation what? It's the following section. We describe six somewhat overlapping theories or hypotheses about the role of first language in the second language phonological acquisition. Even though these theories are not all mostly exclusive, we will deal with each of them in turn for the purpose the clarity and historical accuracy. There is a point of the role of native language. The second factor is there is one point is the first is the contrastive analysis hypothesis. The contrastive analysis hypothesis. Currently, the most long-standing theory of phonological acquisition is the contrastive analysis hypothesis, whereas where is originally proposed to explain all aspects of language acquisition. Learners, the first language, with the native language is facilitating acquisition in those cases where the target structure are similar and interfering with acquisition. The case where the target structure are dissimilar or non-existent. Okay, the second point is there is errors analysis of avoidance, whereas error analysis and avoidance have some point. The first point is interlingual errors, whereas those errors caused by negative transfer from the learner's first language. The second is interlingual errors, whereas those errors stemming from marked or complex feature in the structure of the target language, a self and which does seem to be commit by all second language learner of the target language regardless of their native language. Okay, the last point from the error analysis and avoidance is development errors, whereas those second language errors that reflect of the some problems and strategy that young children encounter and use and in acquiring the target language as their first language. Okay, maybe we can move from another point. There is point the interlanguage hypothesis. The interlanguage hypothesis is talking about that we the to propose the nation of the language. This this term refers to linguistic codes, and the second language learner that according to Slinker reflect any reflect unique system at the core of the Slinker's construct is the nation that interlanguage grammar can function independently of the speaker native language or the target language. Okay, the another point is Magnus theory. Magnus theory, which purpose that in every language opposition, phonological or semantic, there is one member of any pair opposite that is psycholinguistically unmarked or more basic, or natural, more universal, more frequent, first accurate, and one that is marked more specific, less frequent, more limited, later accurate. Okay, and another point, there is a language universal, whereas language universal is language universal is not talking about that. Language universal is talking about assume assume that all languages share common. Sorry about that. Language universal assume that all languages share common properties, and that their surface difference might actually be quite unimportant. The quest for language universal has take two different points at two different facts. The first is from Jacobson's seminal work, which greatly influenced Chomsky model of universal grammar with the principle. And the second is from Grambert's, where is a typology or implicational language universal, which examine aspects of language that are common to many and sometimes all language. Okay, and another point, there is information processing theory. Information processing theory, which attempts to account for phonological acquisition without ignoring the effect of the native language on second language phonological acquisition drivers from word and cognitive science. Okay, and the last point, there is intonation, whereas we know that intonation whereas the intonation is the modification. Whereas intonation, I think that arrive the speaker with minor modification transferred his later Spanish intonation to English. Spanish to English. Oh yeah, I'll forget one point from I'll forget the one point. There is a point is the last point is looking at more than one variable. Looking at more than one variable. The age of acquisition play a role in the current early learning produce more accurate duration and better reduce vowel quality than Korean late learned did. Whereas looking at more than one variable is study has compared both of the role of the first language and the learner age in the acquisition. Look at the acquisition of the reduced English vowels by early before age and late. Whereas from English stress vowel in power four ways. Whereas differ from English stress vowels in four way. The first is lower pitch, the second is shorter duration, the third is weaker intensity or volume, and the last is reduce vowel quality. Maybe that's all my explanation about the two factor that influence the acquisition in the pronunciation skill. Okay, maybe that's all. Thank you very much. If I have many problem of from my pronunciation, I really say sorry before that. Before that, maybe that's all. Thank you very much. Last I say, wabillahi taufiq wa hidayat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.